In the year 2153, humanity stood at the brink of an unprecedented scientific achievement. The discovery of an alien artifact buried deep beneath the ice of Antarctica had gripped the world's imagination. Found by a team of scientists during a research mission, the artifact was like nothing humanity had ever encountered. A large, crystalline structure pulsing with a faint blue glow became known as the beacon. News of its discovery spread quickly, igniting both excitement and fear. The object was transported to a secure research facility in the Nevada desert for further analysis. Dr. Elena Meyer, a leading geneticist, was among the specialists called to study the beacon. She was skeptical at first. Her expertise lay in human DNA, not extraterrestrial objects. In its final years, but she was intrigued when the initial scans revealed a strange signal emanating from the artifact, a signal that seemed to match patterns in the human genome. The idea that alien technology could be somehow linked to human DNA was preposterous, yet undeniable. The deeper the research team delved, the clearer it became. The beacon seemed to hold a message, but it was locked behind a code. The code, it turned out, was DNA itself. The breakthrough came one stormy night when the research facility's power mysteriously failed and backup generators kicked in. In the brief moments of darkness, the beacon began to glow intensely. Dr. Meyer and her team watched in awe as lines of alien symbols appeared across its crystalline surface. These symbols aligned perfectly with sequences in the human genome, a blueprint that had been within humanity all along, hidden in their very DNA. The discovery was shocking. Humanity's genetic code had a section that seemed to act as a key to unlock the message stored in the beacon. What had encoded this within the human genome? Days turned into weeks as the team raced against the clock to crack the code. Dr. Meyer worked tirelessly, her mind becoming consumed with the implications of their discovery. She knew they were close, and on a cold November night, the breakthrough came. When she finally decoded the message, the room went silent. The display screen was filled with a series of coordinates. It wasn't a message, but a map, a star chart pointing to a location far beyond the solar system, deep within the constellation Lyra. At the bottom of the chart, one phrase appeared, translated from the alien symbols: "Return to your origin." Tension mounted as the world's governments debated what to do next. There was panic in some corners of the globe, with people fearing what lay beyond the stars. But curiosity and the drive to understand the truth about humanity's origin ultimately won out. The United Nations sanctioned the construction of a starship, the Odyssey, capable of reaching the coordinates provided by the alien code. It would be a journey of decades, even with the newly developed faster-than-light propulsion. But the mission was too important to ignore. Dr. Meyer was chosen to lead the expedition, her expertise making her an essential part of the crew. The Odyssey launched with a mix of seasoned astronauts, military personnel, and scientists from various fields. As the ship entered the dark vacuum of space, the reality of the mission set in. They were heading toward an unknown destination, following a message hidden in their DNA for millennia. The journey was uneventful for the first few years, until they approached the outer edge of the solar system. That's when they picked up the signal. It was faint, but unmistakably artificial, a repeating pattern coming from a seemingly empty patch of space ahead. Dr. Meyer's heart raced. This was no coincidence. It was as if someone or something was expecting them. The crew decided to follow the signal, altering their course slightly. They were greeted by a massive, ancient spacecraft drifting silently in the darkness. The ship was clearly not of human origin, its sleek, otherworldly design giving off a strange, almost magnetic aura. The crew boarded the alien vessel, which they dubbed the Echo. Inside, they found rows of dormant machinery, consoles covered in strange symbols, and hallways that twisted in impossible ways. At the center of the ship lay another artifact, a smaller crystalline structure similar to the beacon. But this one was active, humming with power. Dr. Meyer approached it, and the crystal pulsed as if sensing her presence. A holographic image flickered to life. An alien figure, humanoid yet different, stared at them. It began to speak, not in words, but in symbols that the ship's computer translated in real time. The message was clear: you are the children of the horizon. The alien figure explained that humanity's genetic code had been seeded by an ancient race known as the Lumari, travelers from a distant galaxy. The Lumari had once faced extinction, and to preserve their legacy, they encoded their knowledge and essence into the DNA of a primitive species, early humans. They left behind the beacon and other artifacts as markers, guiding future generations back to the stars once humanity was advanced enough to decode the message, but there was something more. A warning. The Lumari had vanished, leaving behind a great and terrible secret that humanity was now destined to inherit. As the crew processed the revelation, the alien ship began to activate. It had detected the presence of humans, and deep within the vessel, ancient engines roared to life. The Echo started moving, taking the crew further into uncharted space without their consent. Panic set in, but Dr. Meyer remained calm. She knew this was part of the journey. They were being taken somewhere, guided by the Lumari's ancient design. After several days, the ship stopped abruptly in orbit around a dark planet, hidden behind a thick veil of cosmic dust, a planet that did not appear on any of their star charts. They descended to the surface, and what they found was astonishing. A vast, abandoned city stretched out before them, filled with massive structures, temples, and technology far beyond their understanding. Yet there were carvings and symbols everywhere, symbols that matched the alien code they had deciphered. In the center of the city was a colossal monument, a statue of a Lumari holding a sphere, the same crystalline structure they had found in the beacon. Dr. Meyer approached the monument and placed her hand on the sphere. The ground trembled, and the monument split open, revealing a hidden chamber. Inside was a vault containing a device that looked like a hybrid of alien and human technology. It was the final piece of the puzzle, the device that the Lumari had left for humanity. But as they activated it, the message was not what they expected. It was not a gift, but a challenge. The Lumari's final words echoed in the chamber: "You must choose your path." The device revealed two futures, one where humanity harnessed the knowledge of the Lumari, achieving heights of technology and wisdom beyond imagination, and another where they abused it, leading to inevitable ruin. The power to decide lay in their hands. It was a test, a challenge left by a species that knew the temptation of knowledge and the dangers that came with it. Back on the Odyssey, the crew debated their next steps. They had the knowledge, but what would they do with it? Dr. Meyer, holding the Lumari's device, knew that their journey had just begun. They returned to Earth with the weight of an ancient legacy resting on their shoulders. Humanity was at a crossroads, and the choices they made would shape the future of the galaxy. A year later, Earth stood transformed. New technologies, cures for old diseases, and a united planet working towards the stars. Yet, there was always a lingering question. Were they following the right path? In the dark, some whispered that the Lumari's shadow still loomed over humanity, and that the true test had yet to come. Dr. Meyer, now old and retired, watched the stars from her home, knowing that somewhere out there, the secrets of the Lumari awaited. She hoped they had chosen wisely, but only time would tell, for the truth was simple. The journey was far from over, and the horizon always held another secret.